All righty. It is going.
We're live?
It is popping off here.
Oh my.
Yeah, there we go. So much going on.
Yeah. Now I was telling Don, Frag, have you checked out Next Fest going on Steam right now?
No.
Okay, so Next Fest is they got a bunch of demos for games that are coming out over the year. So this is the best time when people drop a lot of really interesting stuff. So just a couple of them I tried. The new game from Yacht Club Games, guys who made Shovel Knight, which is wonderful. I love that entire pack.
Okay.
They have a game called Mina the Wanderer, I believe it is called. So we got to demo that. It's like an overhead action-y, Legend of Zelda style-ish game. Same with that wonderful pixel art that they're really good at. So I'm really looking forward to that. The other one that was a real highlight was Ninja Gaiden Revenge, I believe it is, which is made by the guys who did Blasphemous 1 and 2. It plays like a dream. Like,
okay,
the controls are wonderful. The artwork's incredible. The combat's really satisfying. So those are totally worth checking out if you want to really lean into your ADHD and have like instead of the games you should be playing, you can play some of these like I do. So there were some cool ones.
Ooh, Frosthaven.
Yeah, Frosthaven's like top of that list right now too.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I'm very excited for that to come out. I'd love to see. My only complaint with Gloomhaven's game was it was just too slow. Everything just took too long to like complete the events of. And I get they're trying to make it more tabletop, but I was like, can we just go? I missed. Let's move on. Kill my guys. Let's get this over with. So, yeah.
Nice. Well, guys, unless you have anything else, I'm going to get into the intro.
No.
Got a big day. We got 3 in the crowd. So, yeah, good to go. Here we go.
Let's rock and roll.
Let's rock and roll.
Rocking
and
rolling.
So he's a rolling.
Down by the beach, I'm strolling.
Is this the intro music? Is it changed? Is
we are
seagulls. Stop it now.
We are actually
the B square.
Oh God. We're rebranding tonight, and Frag is doing our.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone.
Uh-oh.
My son was like, what the hell is going on?
Don't worry about it, son. Look away.
This is what grown-ups do.
Is that what we are?
Yeah. For now.
Awesome.
Well, everybody, audience, and my fellow hosts, welcome to day 1 of the Game Studio Fantasy League. This is a competitive fantasy league where we manage our own game publishing studio and draft titles in anticipation of this year's Game Awards. Victory goes to the studio that best predicts and capitalizes on the year's most celebrated releases, along with their understanding of the industry. With me tonight are my fellow studio owners, Tyken and Frag, and I am the Don, who will also be the league commissioner for the season.
Conflict of interest, I'm told.
Yeah. You got to play. We only got 3 of us, so you got to play all the sides. Awesome. Well, with that, welcome everybody, and let's get this going. Music.
Why is this game crazy?
Whoa, that looks like a real Excel file.
This is a real thing. I found it from Zach's baseball sheets. So
nice.
If you need something for your league of whatever you do, video games or Pokemon or whatever, check out Zach's baseball sheets on the Googles.
Yay!
Yeah, he doesn't sponsor me. Cool.
We should charge him anyway.
Yeah, definitely. So we are starting. This is night 1, draft day, week 1 of the Game Studio Fantasy League. Basically, what we're doing is we are drafting the games that we think are going to perform the best that have performed the best this year and that will perform the best this year to round out a studio of well-balanced games, and we will see who has the best games once it comes time for Game Awards this year. So
Heck
so tonight is the draft, and then
Bar under my
when
chair.
nominations
Sorry. Ow.
Wait,
Continue.
hold on. What happened to you?
I just kicked a bar under my own chair. Don't worry about it. I'm
What?
just being.
We already got an injury. We
Yeah,
haven't even
just-
started the draft.
oh god.
Frag's out for the season.
God,
Yeah.
I tried to adjust and get comfortable. I freaking hit the bar under my goddamn chair with my big toe. Anyway, I'm so sorry, Todd.
What did they call that? Oh my goodness.
Just so
Get the
everyone's
waiver-
aware, on
The waiver
audio-
wire,
Yeah, waiver wire.
injury reserve. Oh my gosh.
Just so everyone on the audio is aware, Frag's just eye candy. That's really why we have him
I
here.
mean,
Awesome. So yeah, tonight is the draft. We will draft tonight, and then we will calculate some points when nominations happen in November. And then in December, we will have another watch party of the Video Game Awards and figure out who wins this damn thing. So probably Tyken, maybe.
That's right.
So yeah, the goal, we just want to draft. We have a couple of goals going on here. We want to draft a balanced, high-performing studio lineup, and then we also want to earn points on how we dominate the genres at the Game Awards, how we sweep the bonus ancillary awards that are not the genre categories, and then we're gonna have a Game of the Year pick'em. And whichever team does the best on that will also win. So those three things are going to be the anchors for our score, basically. So you would have to do good in a majority of those three competitions, and then you could win the ultimate prize of being the best game studio for the year in fantasy. Here we go. So a little bit about the roster. What we're going to be drafting tonight is these are not the categories that they use in the Game Awards. This was a combination to basically spread games out between the three of us so we can all get some competitive games on our roster. And also because we're guessing, like, what's an action game, what's an RPG game. Some of those things bleed a little bit together. So we have categories that merge those kind of ideas. So for the first category, we're going to talk action/RPG. So that can fall in action game, RPG game, or what was the other action? There's another action category.
Adventure
action. So
Yep.
all those games, you don't have to declare which one it's going to go into. You'll just pick two games that could enter into any of those categories. Then we're going to have a fighting family category.
I love that you combine those.
Yeah.
yeah.
And the whole thing about this is, as the studio, you get to figure out what your balance is for this. There is not a lot of fighting games right now for the year. So this is a way to just kind of pick one title for both those categories. Maybe one of us will pick a fighting game and win that. And maybe somebody's going to pick a family game. So it just gives us a little balance to work on that, so someone's not running away with the score.
Okay.
We also have sim strategy, sports, and racing as a category. And the thought behind that, same kind of thing. You can go sim strategy or you can go sport racing, but sometimes those bleed over. So you'll see some of the, football club manager or, soccer club manager. Some of those will be sim games, but they're also sports games. So saw it as something I could marry together. So one of those, and then one indie game. This is your game from any indie developer or debut team that you could see winning this. And then we'll have two wildcard titles, and those can be entered into any genre and win points. So you don't have to declare that it's an RPG. You just have to declare it's a wild card, and it will score based on whatever it lines up on. So any questions so far?
Yeah, just to verify, the wild card games can win in the other genres, or can they only win in the non-genres we didn't select?
They can win on any of the genres.
Okay, and there's
Yeah.
extra points though if we guess the correct genre and it's not a wild card that wins, right?
Let me go to my scoring.
Woohoo!
So no, I was going to have them score the same points
Okay.
as a genre. So if you
So
put
the wild card's strong if you think
the
something's
wild
gonna
card
win
is
across the
strong,
board. Okay.
yeah, especially if you think
Okay.
it's going to hit a couple genres,
Yeah,
then that's the game that you want in a wild card spot. So,
I like
or if you just have no clue what it is, like
it. Right.
you're like, I have a game. It could be an RPG. It could be a family game or a sports
Okay.
game. I don't know what it is. I'm going to put it in my wild card and hopefully it lands in one of those.
Sounds
Or
like
all
it also
three.
could be like, I have extra action RPGs I really think are strong competitors. I'm just going to put them in there.
Yep,
Right.
Okay.
definitely. So
All right. I like it.
cool. Yeah, so we will, based on these genres or based on this roster, we're gonna score all the genre nominations. So if you win best action game or best adventure action or best RPG or best fighting game, that's where you're scoring with your roster. Now we're also doing a bonus award sweep. So if your game wins best narrative, best art direction, innovation, accessibility, any of those kind of categories, that's where you're going to make points also with the roster. But it's going to be a separate weighted scoring. So
Okay.
both those things, you could be first in bonus award sweep and be third in your genre nomination. And those, you're going to equal out a little bit. So that third part of the competition, which is the game of the year pick'em, becomes more important. And for that, we're just going to pick one. Everybody's going to pick one game of the year and 5 nominations for game of the year.
Okay.
And those lock. We can talk about it tonight, but those don't lock until nominations happen. So we can change those throughout the year. We can have, we can all have the same games on that list. It doesn't really matter. It's our pick 'em. It's just like doing March Madness and picking your bracket. Everybody can pick the same bracket, and there might be upsets, or we might all win. It's whatever.
Sure.
All right. I'm ready.
So yeah, that's it. And we'll go over more points and stuff as the season goes on and we get closer to that point. So
Yeah.
awesome. Any other questions?
Nope.
No, I do have
All
the order, by the way, which I have randomized.
Okay.
So if you're ready for it.
I am
And Frag,
so
did
ready.
you pick a studio name?
Oh, no.
Think about what you want it to be because you're last on the list. First up will be Dawn. You got the first pick.
Oh my god.
What's your
Hey,
what's
Chad,
your
help me come
name?
up with a name. I'm not.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
chat
comment the
GPT. Ask your kid. My team name, I had it written down. I'm going to be the Crueler Intentions Studio, like a donut.
I like it.
Oh, that sounds bad. Crueler Intentions Games will be the SIG. SIG sounds better. There we go. Yes.
I was going to call myself Good and Young if you were going to call yourself Sis, but yeah, it's fine.
Oh,
All right. I'm pick number 2. So I'll be C.O.G.Studios.
C.O.
O.G. Studios. The COG Studios stands for Cool Old Gamer.
Okay.
And you just put my abbreviation as COG. Perfect. What you got?
I have something that's in my head and I hate it. I absolutely hate it.
And you're locked in. The second you say it, this is
I know.
what you are.
Oh,
Yeah.
The Paladins.
We can discuss, I'm the
Locked
commissioner,
in.
so we can discuss this at a later time and maybe wager some points or earn your name change right. I'm
Let
okay.
me
confuse
let
the
me get back
audience.
to this. I don't want to choose the one that's in my head. I really don't want to choose Big Daddy Frag, and it's the only thing that's in my
You do
head.
want to the
I don't.
BDF.
Oh,
How do we make
Oh,
it
the
big?
BFG.
Yeah, how do we make it BFG?
Oh man, how do
Big
we make it-
Frag Gamer.
There we go. Big Frag Gamer, BFG. There we go. Okay, I'm okay with it now. Oh, but it doesn't have the word daddy in it. Daddy. No, God, sorry.
is that
sorry.
Regret
Daddy,
everything.
sorry.
is that what we're doing? Big frag?
I like it.
Big Frag Gamer.
Heck
Oh
yeah.
man.
I hate it, but okay.
The SIG, the
Okay.
COG, and the
Yeah.
BFG. Let's do this.
Awesome.
Beautiful Frag Game. No.
Let's
No.
see. Well, yeah,
Born
there
to
was a
Frag
reason.
Gaming, and you just don't have the T, the TO. Born to Frag Gaming.
BTFG.
It's still BFG.
It's kind of
Okay,
weird.
Okay.
So I gotta do this.
Yeah, come on. No,
Hey.
no.
This is a first round pick.
That was going to be my first round pick. I'm so sad. I'm so
Oh.
sad. Oh my God.
All right,
Expedition
so
33
I
is
assume
so
that means
good.
that Don goes first.
Yeah, well, yeah. It goes
I
Don,
didn't
me,
pick
then
this.
you, Frag.
Don. me,
Oh.
you? Wait.
You didn't pick it? This is
Well,
this
no,
is you.
no, I did not pick the order
Oh, yes,
specifically. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I thought there was
So-
going to be like a wheel of morality that's going to
There,
spin or
there
something.
was a
like
wheel. I spun the wheel. It was just off camera.
That. Oh, well, so
It
okay.
went
So
Don,
I
Tyke,
trust
and
that.
Frag.
I trust that.
How weird that you got last. I would have been first if I cheated on this.
No, that's too obvious. That would be
All
too
right.
obvious.
Clear Obscura. Why'd you pick it?
Why did I pick it? This game was a surprise. Oh, I gotta say action RPG, huh? Look,
My
all
camera.
our faces. Oh
I need to be
no.
there.
We didn't need to be there. Okay. So this thing, it surprised us. This game is just fantastic. I think it does sound the best. It has the best voice actors. The story is different and great, and it's a beautiful game made by a small studio. This game, I don't know if it could qualify for indie, but damn, it's just all over the place.
Yeah, it is. It's gorgeous. The story is super fascinating. It's a combat system that pulls the best out of like a Mario RPG. Like it's a much more interactive of an RPG, and it feels great. So it would have been my number one pick as well.
Same. I
Spoilers.
haven't played it, but
Yeah,
I 100% know it's good. It's great.
Yeah, it's a wonderful game. So that was a killer pick. I'm sad.
You had to
Crossed
take
over
it.
the
You
list.
had to take it right away because you knew everyone else was going to pick it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then I'm up next. I'm gonna pick, and I'm gonna put it as my wild card. Actually, go
Okay.
ahead and throw Split Fiction on there.
That was on my list, high on my
Oh,
list
yes.
too.
Yeah.
And a
so-
wild card as well.
Yep. I think this is one of those. The Video Game Awards have really loved that developers games. Obviously, It Takes Two won Game of the Year. So Split Fiction was a great follow-up. It grew on a lot of what the previous game brought to the table. It was fun, interactive, interesting. I think it makes a strong case as a wild card because there are other categories. I think Split Fiction is going to be able to win. I think just in overall inventive game design, no one does it better. So it was a
Yeah.
very easy.
Split
wild
Fiction
card.
was definitely on my list as well.
And the studios won before, right? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
They won Game of the Year. So I mean,
I didn't know they won.
they're
Game of
coming
the
in
Year. That's
strong.
not
Yeah.
surprising
Yeah.
though.
It
Yeah.
Takes Two, wonderful game, but
yeah.
Split Fiction, I think is better. I think it's a better game.
Oh, really? Then It Takes Two because that was
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah, it's that good. Story's
Wow.
not great. I don't think it's going to win story, and it better not. But everything else about that
Okay.
game is
Okay.
wonderful.
All right. Who boy?
You get two, by the way.
Yeah. Oh yeah, snake draft, baby.
Oh
You
yeah, I
get
get
two
two.
picks, yep.
Okay. Who boy? I'm gonna go Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
Oh, yeah.
For action and RPG.
Nice. That's a great pick.
I love the first one. The combat mechanics took me a long time to get used to, but man, once you get used to it, it all makes sense. The game is so good. I love how how historically accurate for the most part they are towards that time period of armor development and also the subtleties of things. Now I've only watched a little bit of trailer. I have not had a chance to play it, but it looks so good. But the fact of the matter of just the subtle hierarchy that you notice with people, for example, your main character, when he's walking around with this noble right in the beginning that you see, they're jolly towards each other. They're very friendly. You can tell they've been through a lot and they just come out better on the other side and just really good friends. But also he's a bodyguard to this lord, whatever. And your main character's got good armor. It's good, strong, full plate armor.
Mhm.
But the differences between the two armors are just beautiful because while your main character or the lord you're watching has beautiful, intricate armor, your character, really good looking armor, but you could see hammer marks in it still.
Mhm.
You could see that while it is great, effective armor that cost a lot, he is somebody. It's not a lord's armor. There's
Well, it's
still
armor that's
some
been
nice
used.
polish to it. Yeah.
It's functional.
I mean, lords typically had some functional armor, but that's a whole other conversation we're not going to get into. But maybe not the cod pieces, but that's a whole other conversation too.
Keep going.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm really looking forward to hopefully one day having the time to play because it will take up a lot of my time, just like the first one did.
Mhm.
And beautiful environments and music.
Yeah,
Good
it's a
stuff.
great pick. Everyone that loves Kingdom Come
Mhm.
loves Kingdom Come Deliverance too with a passion.
Yeah.
So it's got a great following. Nice. Good pick. Back to you, Frag. Snake draft.
Oh, that's
time.
right. That's right.
Round
That's right.
two.
I was so already just over that. Are you guys gonna steal that or not?
I know. I'm playing
That's
that.
the question.
Let's clear Obscuros off the table. I was
All
like, that
right.
was a bloodbath.
I
I'm going in
don't-
with knives.
It's not my kind of game. Okay, and usually his games are not my games. Okay, but
Oh,
I'm
like,
gonna
where's it
pick Death
going?
Stranding 2 on the
Damn
beat,
it.
and I'm gonna pick that under. Where am I gonna put that motherfucker? We'll do wild cards because I don't.
Wow. That's not
No.
a bad move.
Because I don't know where it's gonna go. Like it,
It's an action game.
it's an
gonna
action
go
game. No, I
action.
know that. It's not what I mean, but like, no, put it on action. It makes the most sense there. Action RPG, action
Okay.
adventure, whatever it's got. It's again, I hate to say it, this is a completely strategic move. I'm not a big fan of his games. Not that they're bad,
Right.
but they're just not my kind of thing. Death Stranding 1 looked beautiful. And that wasn't my kind of game. Didn't even really have an interest in picking it up, despite Conan O'Brien being in it. You know, it wasn't my
All
kind
it
of cup of
takes.
tea, but it's beautiful. I can't deny that. The music in it is also fantastic. Can't deny that. You know, I can't deny that it's good. It's just not my kind of game. So again, purely strategic Death Stranding.
Okay.
Fine.
Yeah. I'm not happy about that.
I am going to take what I think is there's two games in the indie category that I think are really up, that are going to go head to head. But the one I'm going to steal is Blueprints. Go ahead and mark me down
my
for
list.
indie category.
I don't want to write you down for this.
I had one that was twice because I got different categories.
This is very similar in the sense of with Expedition 33, where it came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't looking at this game. I don't think most people were. And somehow it came out being this surprise roguelite puzzle game, which is a genre I would have told you would never work. And yet somehow these guys made it. It does such an amazing job of kind of feeding you hints and clues to the bigger picture, but letting you feel smart about putting the pieces together quite literally as you're building out your mansion. So it's great. It also has that hook that all great roguelites do of the one more run mentality, where it's 2:00 in the morning and you're like, I could get by with 4 hours of sleep, right? So overall, Blueprints, wonderful. I do think there's one other indie game it might get, and if you guys leave it open, it might end up on Wildcard. But that's the one I'm going to put now. My money's on Blueprints.
It's a good choice. Again, definitely on my list as well.
Yep. All right. Back to you, Don.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep. That was there too.
Okay, we're gonna put it on a wild
the
card.
Wild
Yeah.
card. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, here's the thing. I think this could be a family game. I also think
Could be
this
right.
could fall into the racing genre.
Mhm.
That's not why I did fighting and family and whatever, but I think this could hit both of those categories. So yeah. That is
And you've been really enjoying it, right? Like it's beautiful. It's fun to play. Tracks are
it's the
incredible.
best. When I think of a family, there's no better family game other than put Split Fiction probably in that category as well. That's why it makes a great wild card as well. But
Mhm.
this game with my 6-year-old, with my 12-year-old, we are having a blast. So yeah, it's fun. I think it's rated in the top 2 or 3 Mario Karts of all time. I think it's. Here's the thing: when you compare 8 to it, yeah, 8's got a lot going for it, but it was also on the Wii U and then the Switch, and then it had all the DLC.
It's like a
So
decade.
It's hard to
decade, yeah.
compare that to this. Like this game is starting out; it's a fresh new version. I think it's got like you said, a lot of legs or a lot of wheels under it to go the distance. So yeah,
Nice.
there we go. And since we're talking indies.
Don't do it.
I'm doing it.
Do it.
No, you motherfucker. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you knew I was going to take
You
that.
can trade me later.
That was Repo was 100% on my list. That was what I was debating on right before.
That's actually not the other one, I think.
Okay.
Funny enough, but we'll get
Interesting.
that.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think Repo this is another shocking game where I have not seen this go on sale on Steam, and it is selling like hotcakes. Like they released it at $10 a piece. Great party game, great multiplayer game. I think this has a lot of chance to be the best indie game. Blueprints as well, I think has a good chance to be best indie, but I think Repo has shocked us. And I think it has the capability to hit a lot of different awards. So,
yeah. God dang it. I was literally just playing this with my son right before we
I
started.
know.
All right. Back to me.
Back to you.
I'm going to take a strategy game out of the running, and I'm just going to take Civilization 7.
Oh, you got to.
Yeah, you have to.
I mean, it's hard to deny the legacy and importance of Civilization to the entire genre, and this is a really great version of it. I think people weren't quite as excited as we've seen in like Civ 4, Civ 5, but they've come back around. Civ 7 is an incredibly polished game. It runs incredibly well now. I think it's a shoe-in for strategy. I honestly was looking at this year, we do not have, I think, a lot of notable strategy games this year. So that makes this, I think, a very easy, safe pick.
Yeah. It's a great pick.
Back to you, Frag.
BFG.
I have one, and I'm just debating if it would ever get into an awards. And I think that it's popular. I think it looks fun, but I just don't think it's gonna get there. So I'm gonna pick a different one. I'm gonna go Alters with Wild.
Okay.
Yeah, Alters. I was not that familiar with it, but honestly, it looks great.
Is that your indie pick?
That's gonna be my. Oh, is it my indie pick?
You've got wild cards still open.
I do have a wild card. The indie pick I want, I don't think will get into the awards, and that's the thing, just because of what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to say it in case somebody steals it.
I will say I had Alters written down as one of my alternatives for indie games.
Let's do it in wild cards. I've got some other things I'm going to put around there. Alters. If Fallout Shelter was 3D and all the people in the shelter were clones of the same people, just from different timeline, that's Alters. It looks so weird and interesting, and a concept that I did not think on paper would work, and it looks good, and I definitely want to play it.
I agree. I love the idea too that every character you build's a clone of you,
Mhm.
but it's you through an alternate timeline, and you
Yeah.
get to explore that as part of the game. So the version of you that became a doctor, the version of you that became a mechanic,
Yeah,
you explore this branching pathway of where this guy's life could have went.
yeah.
I think that's such a cool hook.
It
for a
is.
game.
It watching the trailers and looking at some gameplay of it, I was like, man, all of a sudden I'm getting Clone Wars feel where it's all the same voice
Jeez.
actor just playing very distinguishably different people.
Yeah,
And you
yeah.
hear the voice and you're like, oh, that's this person. But it's the same freaking voice actor.
Mhm. Dr. Doolittling it.
Yeah. So yeah, that was mine. Alters.
You get another one.
I got another one. Fuck it. I'm just gonna do it. Schedule 1 for Indy.
Ah, yeah.
Oh,
okay,
I think so. Yeah, that's a good pick.
Yeah, would it though? It's about making
Doesn't matter.
drugs. Like,
Doesn't matter. It's a phenomenal indie game. I think they even brought it up at Summer Game Fest as one of the top games right now.
yeah, I'm watching a bunch of YouTubers and they're all playing it, and I'm watching the progression of it, and it's on my list of games to play once I have time. You know, me and my
Mhm.
wife are thinking about already what drug names to call things. So I really want to play it. I just was concerned that it being so heavily revolving around drugs that I don't know if it would ever get there. But hey, maybe hopefully I'm wrong. I'm betting it's. I'm hoping because I put it on my list, I guess. So
Yeah, and you're betting real money on this. So
yeah. Wait, what?
what?
Nice.
I thought it was just my pride. I don't have a bunch of that left. Yeah. So schedule 1.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and round out my action RPG category by putting up Outer Worlds 2.
There you go. There you go.
I really love the first one. I think the second one is shaping up to be incredible. I'm a big sucker for those sort of Bethesda old school style RPGs.
Yeah.
It looks like it's taking a lot of the inspiration from Fallout New Vegas by putting in the sort of wacky and weird in with the sort of sci-fi and dark, and I'm here for it. I really hope this game is going to come out and really blow us away. I'll also say this fall, so and we'll talk about this at the end, but like there's not a lot of like massive tentpole games coming out this year. It's a lot of smaller studios.
Yeah.
I think Outer Worlds might just be the darling of the fall season, and I'll be shocked if anyone else. Borderlands is the only other big one I could think of. So
Yeah.
all right, that locks
All
in
right.
2 for action RPG.
So let's talk about my tentpole game. It will be Borderlands,
Yeah,
For-
sure.
Yeah.
which will go in the action slot. Yeah, I don't know. They have the formula. This game is tons of fun to play, especially co-op. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm hoping that this iteration is improved on everything and they've learned some stuff of where they went with 3 and maybe pull it back to number 2 a little bit and come out with just a banger of a game. So I'm really hopeful for this. I know I'm picking it up day 1. So yeah, I love it. Love to support it. I don't know if it's going to make a nomination, but I hope so.
Yeah, me too.
It's-
I mean,
Yeah.
Borderlands 2 is such an effect. Like I put it in like the top 10 best games I've ever played. It's just looking at how that studio's been doing with 3 and then their D&D inspired one. Just none of them grab me the same way. I would love for them to.
Oh
return
yeah,
to
the Tiny
form, though.
Tina's one. Yeah.
But if they could return to form and Borderlands 4, I mean, they've got the pedigree, to your point, Don. Like they've
Yeah.
got the DNA. They just need to put it together.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
Back to you, Bob.
Back to me. Let's do. Let me see my list really quick.
Make sure it's not on our screen.
No, this is fine. This is
It's
the
fun.
list I've picked so far. Yeah.
Fine.
So we got 2 actions, a wild card, and an indie.
Yeah, I'm kind of like bolding things out on my screen over here to like what do I got left?
Oh, good. It does show us.
Yeah.
Oh, I split fiction wildcard. I have another action RPG left. I didn't close it out.
There you go.
All right, good.
I'm going to go.
But you don't grab I am Dawn, just so you know.
You probably are. I'm gonna pick for my other wild card. We're gonna do Donkey Kong.
No, Bonanza, huh? Your backup plan in case Mario Kart World doesn't show up.
Oh, it's gonna show up.
You've now killed my fighting family category. Just so we're clear,
is that
I
fighting
gotta
family?
come up with something else.
Which one would you do? Fighting family.
DK Bonanza. That's a family game.
That's what I was thinking too. Okay, I'm doing it. Thanks for that tip.
You already. Oh no, you wild card Mario Kart. Yeah, that's right.
I did. Yeah.
Yep, that's where I would have put
So,
it.
cool. Yeah, we'll see. I think it would be a good kid-friendly game. I don't know if it's going to be a family game so much, but we'll see. We'll see how that works out for me. Might have screwed myself on that. But yeah, that's it.
All right. Well, then I'm going to play to the Game Awards sensibilities, and I'm going to snag Ghost of Yotai for action RPG.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean,
I have
Ghost
it
of
written.
Tsushima is amazing. I'm very excited for the second one. I think Ghost of Tsushima's first 40 hours are amazing, and then it sort of got a little repetitive. I'm hoping Yotai sort of improves on that, but at the very least, we know it's going to look gorgeous. It's going to play well. They have the Sony sort of single player formula down, so that one just feels like an easy shoe-in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And action RPG on the category or genre if you didn't have that there.
That's right.
Now all my action RPGs are gone.
Boom.
Oh, boy.
Jesus.
I just
Before
realized
those.
that one of the games that I had in my fighting and family actually didn't come out this year. It came out like 23.
What? You weren't even close.
No, I know. I don't know. It was on the list of games that came out in 25, but I don't know
It
why.
was like the PC version or something.
Or something. It was Street Fighter 6. I'm like, that didn't come out.
Oh, yeah,
it
they're on
kinda
season
did.
2. Oh, on Switch.
But it came out on Switch too.
I'm
so.
not doing that. That's
Sorry.
dumb.
My list had Marvel Token.
It's a
and I was
risk.
like, wait
Yeah.
a minute.
Yeah.
Marvel
We don't
Token's
even-
2026.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, so I'll be filling out my list, but I'll be also googling other family games. Okay, so it's mine, right?
Yep.
Let's do. What do I got left? I got Fighting Family, Sim Strategy, one more wild card. Correct? That's it.
Yep.
Okay, let's do Power Wash Simulator 2.
Oh,
Yeah,
Okay,
for Sim
okay.
Strategy Sports Racing.
Okay.
got it.
Yeah,
love
I mean,
that.
there's no game more chill, I think, than Power Wash Simulator. Like, you just need to mind numb for a while and just chill out. That game is fantastic for that. You know, I know at least with the first one, there's so much support for it where you can go and start cleaning like Warhammer, you know, dreadnoughts and things like that, which are always fun because you're looking at these really cool models while you're doing it. But it's also, again, such a relaxing game.
Nice. And you got another.
Oh, fudge knuckers. Okay.
Then you'll have one more after that.
Okay, well, that's going to be my fighting family, I guarantee you right now, because I've got to do some quick research on that one. Let's do Revenge of the Savage Clans wild card.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh,
That's nice.
wait, no,
Oh.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Actually,
Oh,
I'm
get
going to
outta
do
here.
one that I'm actually I don't know much about it, but I want to play it. It looks. Everything I've seen about it looks good. The music looks really good, and it's just in a sort of story that I've not seen, and that's going to be South of Midnight.
Hmm.
Oh,
Yeah, South of Midnight. I'm gonna put that in my wild card.
That's a great wild card.
It looks
Music,
so good.
graphics. Mhm.
Yeah, and again, the story, the music, the culture in that game, it looks really good. And so yeah, South of Midnight, fantastic. Again, don't know much about it, but that's intentional. I don't want to go in there knowing much.
Sweet. It's a good pick.
Oh, it's back to me.
It's back to you. Yeah.
Okay. I am going to take. I'm going to fill out my last of my wild cards. The question is which one of these two? Go ahead and put me down for Dune Awakening.
Oh.
Okay. Yep, that was on my list, but didn't know where to put it. If it was
Yeah.
gonna...
I don't think it fits the categories that were genre on, but I do think there's some categories that has a very good chance of winning. I think it's one, I just want to say a crazy, amazing launch. I got to play this game on day one for the regular release, and I didn't have to sit in a queue of servers. I think in modern day gaming, that's a white whale. that happens.
Infrastructure is amazing on this game.
Yes.
I will say.
I think this game's going to have some legs to it. You already see a lot of people playing it, getting into the end game of here, but it's going to go into the end game. I think that they've already got roadmaps for PvE and PvP content coming out.
Mhm.
I think it's a survival crafter, which people love, and it's a damn good one. So I'm very excited for Dune. I think there's a few like best ongoing game might be categories it wins. Sound design or graphics. I think it's got some really strong contenders there.
Okay.
Nice. Well, let's do this. So I got two more. One sport sim and a wild card. So I think for wild card, even though I do consider this a sports sim, I'm going to go with DragX Drive. This is, I don't know why it made it all white, but whatever. So yeah, this is the wheelchair basketball game. I could see this going into sports. I could see this going into family a little bit. So this could be one that hits a couple things. And then I think it's just going to be like innovation and accessibility. This thing could potentially win a lot of awards. And then for
your last pick,
my last thing, which is sports, also sports, I'm going to put rematch. And that is the soccer game.
Oh.
That is kind of like, what is our Yelly Cars, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
It looks a ton like, oh my gosh, I forgot the soccer car game.
Yeah, Rocket League, right?
Rocket League. Good Lord. Why am I on a gaming podcast? I don't even remember Rocket League's name.
What's Rocket League? It's Yelly Cars.
What is it? Yeah. No, rematch looks fun as hell. I'm very excited about it.
So yeah, I'm not sure how it's gonna stand up to like WWE and Madden and all that kind of stuff, but I'd like to see it win, or
that'd be a great dark horse, honestly.
Yeah.
I
think it looks like a lot of fun. So that is it for my picks.
All right, good picks, man. Good picks.
All right, so my final one, my category is fighting family, because you guys just kept sniping him from me. I'm gonna put one I can't guarantee is gonna be out in time. I'm a little nervous, but throw me down for 2XKO. This is the League of Legends fighting game that's coming out this year. They say it's 2025, but they haven't given an exact date. I'm still very hopeful that means it'll make it before the VGA. But it looks incredible. Like, I think that's going to be the killer fighting game of the year if it makes it, because again, this is a year that doesn't have a lot in that category.
Right.
But it looks amazing. Everybody who has played the early tests of it have really enjoyed it. The character animations, those guys are masterclass at creating characters, and fighting games really thrive on that. So I think that's a really, really powerful one.
Good choice. Nice. Good choice. That's risky though.
JC, I am not sleeping on the Outer Wilds. Did I put Outer Worlds? It's Outer Wilds, whatever it is.
Yeah, that might have
I
been
always
me.
get those two confused.
Oh, I do too. I didn't even catch
Outer
it.
Worlds?
No,
It
it
is-
is Outer Worlds. It is Outer Worlds.
It is Outer
Yeah.
Worlds.
He's
Yeah.
crazy. There's no Outer Wilds 2 announced. Get out of here.
Watch, there is. We just didn't know it. All right. So my last pick, right? Fighting and family. Gears of War. No, kidding. I'm going to choose the Marvel token Fighting Souls because it
Does
does.
it come out till 2026?
Did they change?
I
Otherwise,
know.
that would have been a first round.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
I did the exact same thing, by the way. I was like, oh, I'm sniping it. And I was like, oh.
What about that? It's coming out in 25, I think. The Bureau game, right? The one that I picked in our last podcast. The one where you are essentially a auditor for an adventure. Yeah, like story adventures and things like that. What was the name of that? It was such an interesting name. The Bureau of something.
Yeah, something in some ridiculousness.
Yeah, it was such a great, weird name. Give me 1 second. I have it saved here.
I can't spell that. Bureau.
All I'm
of
getting
whatever.
is
Bureau is
the XCOM Declassified game that came out on the Xbox 360, and that is not it.
Magic and something magical.
Oh, I thought I had it. Well, now I'm not finding it. Dang it. The Bureau of something. Bureau. God, what is it called? What is it called?
What is it called?
I will find this. Bureau of something game. Okay.
We know what you're talking about here.
Yeah, we'll put it as Bureau or Bureau. Is that a taco?
I don't know
or
how to
something?
spell it. How do you spell it?
Bureau, Ureau.
B-E-A-U. Look at that. Fancy. Bureau of some kind of wizard thing.
And you're putting that in fighting as
Family.
possible family. Okay.
family,
I'm
yeah,
with
for
it.
family,
All
yeah.
right. All right. Whew.
Okay.
This was a bloodbath, man.
Okay.
There were
So
games on my list I didn't even get to, and I was like,
do we all have legal rosters?
oh yeah, good call, good call.
So
2 action RPGs,
two action,
2 wild cards,
2 wild cards. Yep. An
1
indie.
fighting family, 1 sim strategy, 1 indie.
Okay.
Okay. I've got 2 action, 2 wild cards, fighting, strategy, and indie. Good.
Okay.
And then Frag's got 2 action, 2 wild cards, strat sim, sport,
Yeah, I'm good.
fighting, family, and indie. Yep.
Yep,
There
I'm
we
good.
go.
Woo!
I will
Yeah.
find the name of this dang game, I swear.
All right, Don, what do you want for Claire? Obscure.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so just to kind
Send
of
me
go
your
over this
Venmo.
before we discuss how we feel about our rosters, I will say we can make trades. The way this works is league business happens during the podcast, or if we do a Friday night group game where we're all in there. So we can either drop teams and take a point deduction for the season, which I think is like I'm going to have to figure that out. I believe it's going to be for the genre. I'll figure out the point deduction, but you can drop games and pick up another game if you want, if it's a free agent, or you can make trades within the league. So either of those things, they can happen at any point during the podcast or Twitch or YouTube or whatever we do.
And we just declare it and say, hey, I'm picking up a free agent. Here's who I'm dropping.
Yeah.
Okay. I like it. Picasso.
So, yeah, that's the thing. We might introduce little mini games throughout the season, and those would be fair for all of us. An example might be pick the top game review for the next month or whatever. Top reviewed game for a game releasing next month. That might be a mini game, and we'll get bonus points for that.
I like that.
So, yeah, that's it for this, though. How do you guys feel about your teams?
You know, I feel pretty good. I really just wish I can get the dang title of that game.
I
I
don't feel
think I've
good
got
about
a-
my spelling.
I think I have a really, really strong list, honestly. I've got some proven track record style games, Ghost of Yotai, Split Fiction. I've got a couple of dark horses with Blueprints, Ghost of Outer Worlds 2, and Dune Awakening. And then I think 2XK, if it comes out this year, that's my money. If it comes out this year, I think it's an easy win for the fighting game category. If it doesn't, then I just lost a bunch of points. But I'll drop it, free agent it, get me another fighting family.
Yeah.
Right.
I think Altars was a good pick. That came out this last week, right?
That's a great wild card pick. I think that could secretly just win some categories.
It looks real good.
Yeah.
Because it reminds me a lot in some weird way of like Frosthaven kind of things where you have to make these weird, interesting decisions. I mean, it's obviously not the same type of thing, but it has that kind of like feel of like you're just gonna make the decision that you need. By the way, I found the title of the game: Bureau of Fantastical and Arcane Affairs.
I can't believe you didn't have that
Jesus.
memorized.
I know, right?
I was close.
Here. I
had
got
the
you
first
back, man. I
part.
got you back. Here, I'm putting it into the chat.
There we go.
Yeah. Bureau of some wizard thing.
Some wizard bullshit is the correct title.
Yeah.
I am
Golly.
really looking forward to that game that I could not remember the title of.
Sounds
Which is not a
really
knock
exciting.
on the game. That's
No,
just
I literally had to go to
on
my
par for
wish
Fred.
list because I as soon as I'd seen the trailers for it during the like the Summerfest stuff like that, I instantly went and looked it up on Steam and wish listed.
Awesome. There you go. Family game.
I'm ready for my free pick.
Cool. Your free pick?
Or my the game
the
of the year
pick'em?
noms. The pick
Yeah. So yeah,
Ready.
let's talk a game of the year noms. This is just to round out tonight. This is our pick'em thing. This will get calculated in the score. The catch is that at any time throughout the season, once again, preferably on podcasts, we can talk about switching up who we have for our picks. So
Okay.
the brackets don't lock until the nominations happen for this.
Okay.
So yeah, let's see. I can just
So
start
we're
a little.
all picking Claire Obscura 33 for game of the year.
Hey, just wait.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
We'll-
buddy.
We'll start with Tyken here. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna start with my nominees and then I'll put in what I think will win game of the year.
Oh, okay.
So nominee number 1. Blueprints. I think that will be the indie game on the list. I think
Yeah.
Blueprints it's a fair lock to make indie. I think it's a good chance for it as well. Next up is Outer Worlds 2. I think again it's the big title coming out for the fall. I think it'll make that list. Split Fiction will also be a nominee. Again, loved by the Academy. I think it's easy for it. Another easy one, Ghost of Yotai. You got to have a big Sony, franchise style game in there. That's required. I am going to be the first one who's going to drop and pick up a game off my list before I say this name. So why don't you pull us back to the results real quick, Don?
What?
I'm dropping Dune.
What?
I'm dropping Dune.
I don't
And
even have the
I know.
the deduction figured out yet. Okay.
I'm dropping it. I'm sorry. I'm doing it. I'm dropping it for Silk Song.
Okay.
That's
Silk
going to
Song.
be my wild card.
Your
I
wild
realize
card.
it makes more sense for me to pick that up. It's the other game I think could win indie this year. This is made, obviously, it's the sequel to Hollow Knight, beloved.
Oh,
indie gem.
yes,
Silk
got it.
Song's
Okay.
coming out this year. I'm locking it in. Sorry to be that jerk.
Where did it
got
go?
points where you
Dune?
figure it out. That one, yep.
Oh god. Okay, there we go.
And then you could throw it on my sheet now
For a nomination.
for nomination. And then surprising everybody, the game I think will be game of the year. Expedition 33. Woo!
there you go.
Obscura, yep. Maybe bold it or something to indicate it's the game of the year. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's such an easy pick. It's why it was the number 1 on my list. It's why it was number 1 on Dawn's. Like Expedition
Yeah,
33
yeah.
is a gem.
All right.
Okay. Mine are Kingdom Come Deliverance 2,
KCD2.
Split Fiction,
Yep.
Death Stranding. Again, I know it's gonna be there. Oh boy. Two more. Yes, Silk Song is such a good choice. I didn't have it on my list, but because I didn't remember that the sequel to Hollow Knight was coming out.
We don't know if it's going to come out either.
Well,
we know it's coming out before the end of the year. We don't know if it's going to come out by mid-November.
Okay,
So
let's do this. Let's do Ghost of
it's a
Yokai.
risk.
It's a Sony game, 100%. I think that's going to be on there. And then we'll do.
John's like, I'm not even playing around. Just put it on the list.
I thought of yeah. I mean, it's gonna be there too. Yeah, absolutely. I'm not. I was debating about like Avowed, but I didn't put it on my list for everything else. It's I don't think it's that strong.
Borderlands?
I don't think Borderlands.
Assassin's Creed. We had
No,
Night
I'm
Rain.
not doing Assassin's Creed no matter what. If you're principle, I am not doing Assassin's Creed. I can change this later until the nominations.
Yep,
I'm gonna
100%.
do South of Midnight. I think it's got a very strong. I again don't know much about it, but everything I've seen about it looks great. The music looks great, sounds great. I mean, yeah.
Awesome. So I'm just gonna copy this over here.
It's so weird. Our list looks
I had
so
to type
similar.
it. Let's see. I do like. Oh,
Whoa.
Oh yeah, Blueprints.
I do like Blueprints. Going in here.
Change out South of
What
Midnight.
did I miss? South of Midnight.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna put Mario Kart on here.
Yeah.
Why bother? It's a Mario game. It's not going to be there.
That'd stab you.
Oh god, I can't
Mario
spell. That's probably wrong. Let's see. Split Fiction, Blueprints, DS2, Mario Kart World, Expedition 33 in the top. Oh, what else did I have?
We all just know Expedition 3. I'll be shocked if
Yeah.
anything comes in that knocks that game off the top.
Yeah, I agree.
Production, the value, the gameplay, it's a full package.
Yeah, why not? I'm gonna put Donkey Kong in there.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're a believer. I
I'm
want
a believer.
Bonanza to be that good. I really do.
I do too.
Yeah.
So
All
I'm
right.
gonna go heavy on the Nintendo this year. But I
I
think
mean, new console came out for it. Metroid
Goes
Prime
to-
4?
what's that?
Metroid Prime 4?
I don't know. Like I just don't know enough about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a risk. I don't know if it's gonna be game of the year. This might be a drop and pick up down the road.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
nobody thinks that Grand Theft Auto is going to come. Wait, no, that's still
No.
It's already 2020.
yeah.
Yeah, I do want to call out a couple of them that were on in my head that I didn't put on here. It's just Elder Scrolls Remastered, Oblivion.
Mhm.
That was one I really was kind of going back and forth. They have traditionally not been super up on remasters, but that's a hell of a remaster.
On a nomination
Yeah.
for game of the year. Okay.
I'm not changing it. I'm just saying it didn't make my list, but it was real close. Another one, Tainted Grail. I'm hearing a ton of positive press around Tainted Grail. It's an indie game, also Oblivion style, but done by an indie studio. A lot of people are saying it feels like an old school Bethesda game, which is a good sign. The other one, Final Fantasy Tactics is getting a remake this year.
Oh,
That
yeah,
looks
it is.
incredible
That's right.
for a strategy game. So those may end up moving on and off my list, but that's sort of where my brain's at this point.
Yeah. I had Vampire the Masquerade, Bloodlines 2,
That's
but
never coming out.
that's exactly why I didn't put it on there. I know the release date's been pushed to October, but
Mhm.
yeah,
For
it's
3
it's
years now.
yeah, it's never coming out. I
No.
mean, if it does, who knows what kind of state it's
It'll
gonna
come
be.
out with Half-Life 3 and KOTOR remaster,
Yeah. I could see KOTOR before Bloodlines.
but not Star Citizen.
And Wolverine.
Yeah.
Wolverine, yeah.
I
Wolverine,
wanted to put Avowed on there because it's Obsidian, and I love Obsidian. They've done some amazing things in the past, but this one, I don't know.
Outer
Avowed's good.
Worlds-
It's just not great.
That's exactly what I've heard, and yeah, I couldn't.
Our chat's calling out Deltarune. I do think that's a strong contender as well. The follow-up to Undertale.
Yeah.
It's getting a ton of great reviews. It just came out with the last 2 chapters. I will be playing it on the Switch too, and I'm curious to see if it pulls in that same
My
magic
kid,
again.
he bought it on Saturday, and it's Monday. So he's like on the last boss already.
Holy cow.
Like, Jesus. Yeah. Just grinding. School's out. So,
Yeah. Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, today was my kids' last day.
I miss
Yep.
those days. When's workout for the summer?
Well, there's always a solution for that.
Yeah.
Awesome. So yeah, what do you guys think of the Game of the Year prospects? Our rosters.
Unsurprising, they're very similar. Very,
Yeah.
very similar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think all of us have like Expedition 33 on our list. Blueprints is up there. Split Fiction, I think, is on every one of our lists. I think there's a little bit like Ghost of Yotai and DS2 might as well swap around as
Mhm.
ones that we think. So it's a pretty good combination, but we have a couple of wild horses here, which I like. KCD2 for Frag, Silk Song for me, and then DK Bonanza and Mario Kart World for Dawn. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be exciting.
Awesome.
Hell of a year for
It's
games.
going to be a really interesting year in gaming.
Yeah.
It is a pretty awesome year. Console launch, all these games coming out. Like
Surprise.
Game Pass right now is just hot.
Yeah.
Alters just came to Game Pass too. Like,
Man,
God, they need to pay us.
I gotta freaking get Game Pass, man, because I've got
Yes,
the
you do.
PlayStation one. It is not that good in comparison. It's got some good stuff on there, but like, I don't get Oblivion day one.
Blueprints was on there though.
Yeah, it is on there. Yeah, right
Yeah,
now.
It's
yeah.
also on Game Pass.
It's also on
so-
Game Pass.
Yeah, yeah. No,
Yeah,
I do
honestly,
both.
Yeah, Game Pass, you could get the PC only version for like $10, and then you get the ultimate $20 a month for both. It's such a deal.
It is such a great deal.
And they're
Yeah, I
killing
need
it.
a.
They are
I'm not. I don't
absolutely
think I'm going to be
killing
doing it because I've got the PlayStation.
Player
5. I
Obscura's
like
on
it.
there. Metaphor Fantasio, another game that didn't make our list that has a chance of winning.
God, it's on.
Didn't they win last year? Like a lot. They were up last year.
Yeah, for
Metaphor.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
I think they won too.
So I don't know. A lot of great games, a lot of surprise hits. Like I said, not a lot of big titles like Black Ops. No one's listed for a while. We
Yeah.
haven't heard of a new Battlefront game coming out. So
Yeah, I think
Crazy.
Black Ops is a risk, especially it's mostly multiplayer. What are they
Yeah.
going to do with Warzone now in multiplayer? But the thing is it releases so close to the deadline that it might just fall into
yeah,
not making it this year. So
Right.
JC asks, real talk, past game of the years, how many in the past 10 years would you say is game of the year, but also that you played but didn't beat?
I don't even know what.
And specifically, he was calling out Expedition 33 because none of us beat it, or none of us finished.
I don't beat games.
You
I play
get
them
there.
till I'm bored.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten bored of Expedition 33. It's just there's about 50 games out right now I want to play. So it's just everything.
Astrobot won Game of the Year last year.
And deserved
Yeah.
it. Astrobot.
It's
is-
such a great
Oh,
game. I didn't.
fantastic.
I am until recently, until this whole thing, I have not been paying attention because I didn't. I play the games I want to play that I like, and I don't really pay attention too much to like the Game of the Year stuff. Baldur's Gate 3, I still need to beat
Easy.
it.
easy.
It's a great game.
Yeah, Astrobot was good. My kid, he also platinumed that last year, like right when it came out. I was like, oh my God, monster. But great game. Great platformer.
Mm-hmm. No, it's real fun.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Sweet. All right, guys. Well, hey, I want to say thanks to the audience for jumping in. This is a little bit different, but this is the Game Studio Fantasy League, and this is going to go on until the end of the year when we do Game Awards, and we will hopefully be streaming and watching those together. So,
Cool.
yeah, taking tallies. Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a great night. See ya.
Take care.
Laters.
Why is this game crazy?